All right, this is by Antsy McClain, and it's called Primer Grey Impala. I changed the words a little bit to change the state that's mentioned in this to West Virginia, because there's not enough songs with West Virginia in them, so yeah. She pulled into the diner in her worn-out Chevrolet. She stared down at the menu, but her eyes were far away. I watched her as she walked in from the muggy summer air, in her wrinkled pair of khakis and her sandy wind-blown hair. The car that she pulled up in was no stranger to the road. A 10-year-old Impala, and every mile showed. A flat gray coat of primer made it look like chiseled stone, and the backseat full of boxes carried everything she owned. And if I were a braver man, I'd sit down by her side and try to find just what it is she hides behind her eyes, what it is she's running from, why it is she waits in her primer gray Impala with the West Virginia plates. She looked like she'd been crying, and she tried to change her mood. She drank her cup of coffee, and she barely touched her food. Well, I couldn't help but notice when her left hand touched her chin, the line around one finger where her wedding band had been. And if I were a braver man, I'd sit down by her side and try to find just what it is she hides behind her eyes, what it is she's running from, why it is she waits in her primer gray Impala with the West Virginia plates. She paid her check in quarters after going through her purse, and I watched her walk back to her car, get in, and drop it in reverse. Then she lingered, and I thought she might go back the way she came, but she made a sharp right turn and headed down the eastbound lane. And if I were a braver man, I'd sit down by her side and try to find just what it is she hides behind her eyes, what it is she's running from, why it is she waits in her primer gray Impala with the West Virginia plates. In her primer gray Impala with the West Virginia plates. Primer Grey Impala.